Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you a wax empties video from the second half of April 2020, and in the background you see the feet of my seabirds. In a previous video you may have seen them, the pelican and the flamingo, and they are our background for today. I've only been melting vendor wax for about 2.5 years. So I was introduced to many vendors through friends from both the Candlefind wax forum on the internet and also here on YouTube. And as I go through today, I want to thank the people who introduced me to the various vendors. So without further ado, the first thing I melted was Cleanse Your Soul Lavender Powdered Linen, and this was a lovely, comforting, fresh scent. And this was this vendor was introduced to me from Debra on Candlefind. I melted this in the bathroom and it filled the whole back of the house. I like Cleanse Your Soul very much, and she also does body care. Excellent. Next, from Candles from the Keeping Room, Cranberry Collins, and this was a tart, slightly boozy, beautiful sample from Carol. And I always enjoy her wax, and I get excellent throw in my home from Candles from the Keeping Room. I learned about this vendor through my friend Maggie, who has an Etsy shop called MyWelcomeWreath, and she is a dear friend and a very kind person and a knowledgeable wax expert. Next, I melted Go to Sleep, and I did not finish this one, but I melted 3 cubes in the back of the house at night. This is from Super Tarts. It is pink sugar and lavender cream. Beautiful. I also get very good throw from Super Tarts, and I learned about Super Tarts from KimHeartsOrganizing on YouTube. And I enjoy her channel very much. She is a good friend, a very sweet lady. Next we have from L3 Waxy Wonders Sprinkles on Top, which is vanilla cupcakes and buttercream sprinkles. And this is a bakery scent. It threw beautifully. I'm not as big a bakery fan as many people, but I enjoyed this. And I learned about L3 Waxy Wonders from Debra on Candlefind, another good friend, dear person. Next we have Ava's Country Cupboard. And I also learned about Ava's from KimHeartsOrganizing. She said she got good throw in her home, and I do too. Ava's Country Cupboard Wild Berry Smoothie. This was very strong, so a creamy berry blend. Also Sunshine and Fresh Air, which was a fresh scent with a bit of lemon, and excellent throw. Ava's, again, right out of the box from the get-go. Get-go is very strong in my home. And next was Berry Waffle Cone. I did not finish this bag. I still have a few more pieces to go. This is the Bath & Body Works type. I love waffle cone scent. Of the bakery scents, that is one of my favorites. And then with the berries sweetening that up, really lovely. And good throw as well. Next, I have from Wanderberry Wax Co., which very sadly has gone out of business because I loved Courtney's wax. And look at these, just look at these little guys. How cute is that? Always with the very charming labels. Excellent throw. I am so sad she stopped doing wax. Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies, which I believe is a single fragrance oil, and this was delicious. For someone who doesn't care for butter, I really like that one. And Mountain Dew, which is a fizzy scent, just like the lemon lime beverage. And I love my fizzy scents. This one threw marvelously, and I enjoyed that. And I still have a bit of Wanderberry left, but it is waning, and I won't be able to order more. Sadness. Next is Waxmosphere, and I really enjoy this vendor. Unfortunately, she too has stopped doing wax because she is caring for, Michelle is her name, and she is caring for her mother. I learned of this vendor through Sasha of SASHAisms, and she told me about the Lush dupes that were available. Also, this vendor does tie-dyed wax, absolutely beautiful. So the Dove, This is the Olive Branch dupe from Lush, and American Dream, which in Lush is American Cream, which is the vanilla, musky, slightly fruity wonderfulness. And I enjoy that vendor tremendously. I got her Lush samplers last year, and I will miss her. Next up, we have the from Homeworks meltables. This is white birch, and I learned about these meltables from Ramona Tulk. I learned about Homeworks in general from Ramona and from TinaDivaLicious. Both of these folks have excellent YouTube channels, and Ramona has become a good friend. I enjoy her channel and her friendship tremendously. Ramona was reminded of something from her childhood with this scent, and it moved her greatly. So I, of course, was then compelled to order this. And it is white birch, fir balsam, and crisp winter air. This one is spectacular, and it is for sale on QVC. At the moment, many other scents are available. I don't think this one is available at the moment, but if you look again in the fall, it will be. I love this. These meltables are good, a little pricey, but like I said, right now there are other scents on sale for about half price on the QVC website. Love these. Next up, we have from Southbound Candle Co. a clam in Spring Break, which is rainwater, citrus, ocean mist, shimmering greens, watermelon, cantaloupe, fresh sliced honeydew melons. So a melony, citrusy, watery ocean blend. I enjoyed this very much. Normally I get great throw from Southbound. Unfortunately, this one was on the lighter side and only lasted about 2 hours. So sadness, it is over a year old, so it may be my fault that I didn't melt this soon enough. Normally I enjoy Southbound. Some of her blends are annual repurchases for me. This one I don't think I would repurchase. I didn't care as much for the salty sea air in this one as I do in some of the others. And I learned about Southbound, by the way, from my friend Valerie on Candlefind, and she told me about this vendor and the strength and throw, and she certainly led me down a good path and has introduced me to other vendors. Next, from K Scented Melts, and I learned about this also from Sasha of SASHAisms. Thank you, Sasha. Amber Noir. This came as a sample. I had never smelled this before. I am not the world's biggest amber fan, but this. So this is mandarin, jasmine, and amber mixed together. Beautiful fresh scent. I really like this. And the other one from K's was Bonsai Fruity Pebbles, also a sample. I am not the biggest Fruity Pebble fan, but the Bonsai I like very much in all of its greenery. So those two together, that sweetened up the Bonsai. Enjoyed that very much. I get great throw from K's. I will continue to order from her. It is a dangerous website for me because she has many scents that I like. Okay, next we have the Bunny Sisters. This is a newer vendor to me, and I was look at this. These two guys. How adorable is that? I was introduced to this vendor by my friend Maggie, who has an Etsy shop, MyWelcomeWreath. And Maggie sent me a gift from the Bunny Sisters, and I was so impressed. So I have continued to order. So now I have quite a bit of quarantine wax from the Bunny Sisters. And one of the more beautiful blends is Teddy Ruxpin, which is lavender, pink sugar, and marshmallow milkshake. And this is so smooth and creamy. A lot of vendors do this blend, but to me, this one was stronger and more pleasing. We put it in the bedroom at night, and I loved it. Next up was Sleep Eaters from the Bunny Sisters, lemon, lavender, and birthday cake. I like that one as well. Pistachio ice cream sandwich, and I'm not a big pistachio fan, but this was scrumptious. Really like that. I would buy that again. Delicious. Yeah, I'll save best for last on that one. Strawberry buttercream, also very nice. I am not always the buttercream lover, but this was so beautifully blended, and it was a very realistic strawberry. Loved that one. And this, Winter Garden. So this was a sample, and to me, this is Green Thumb, what she now is calling Green Thumb. smells identical, which is rose, strawberry, and tomato vine blended together. Who would have thought to put those 3 scent notes? And it is so gorgeous. I bought this in abundance. Love it, love it. So that's Bunny Sisters. Next up, we have Coffee and Waffles from that Smell Good shop. I was lucky last year. I had to go to Florida for business. And while I was there, I went to her brick and mortar store. And that was like fairyland because she had so many beautiful scents in these bags. I always think her melts look like little chiclets. And I get great strength and throw from her. So Coffee and Waffles, my husband loved this one. And I melted it in the kitchen. And it traveled out into the rest of the house. Spectacular. Next up, we have Lavender Spearmint Candies from Old Primitive Treasures. This was a gift from my friend Maggie of MyWelcomeWreath. And I love this because I love spearmint. I am the mint queen. I love anything mint. And with the lavender, come to mama. That was gorgeous. All right, next up, we have Vintage Road Candles. And I have quite a few of these, also introduced to me by my friend Maggie. And this is French Vanilla Latte, very nice, beautiful coffee scent, strawberry friendship bread, and this, it's nice, not buttery at all, very more like white cake, and with the strawberry, very realistic. Her strawberry is, to me, just the best. Ginger coconut lime, also a sample. And I love the ginger and the coconut together. And then the lime kind of creeps in when you're not expecting it. Beautiful. Lavender cookies from the cookie sampler. I think I mentioned in a previous video, my husband thought those cookies were real. I really had to guard them. And then peanut butter vanilla waffle cone, gorgeous. I didn't think I would like that, because sometimes peanut butter I like and sometimes I don't, but that was really good. Plus I like waffle cone. Back porch is a big favorite of mine. Country lemonade, cotton candy, and iced lemon cookies. Very nice, very strong. I get great throw from Vintage Road. And last, vanilla pumpkin smoothie, another sample. I love her pumpkin scents. Not overly sweet, which is the way I like it. My friend Michelle from Candlefind and I had the good fortune last year to drive to the brick and mortar Vintage Road store, which is in Alexandria, Indiana. And we had a ball, and we emptied our pocketbooks and came home with a beautiful load of wax. Okay, next of all, I am going to share my Hayden Row. And there's rather a lot of this time. I like Hayden Row. Vanilla Sky, and I have a bag of this as well, which I have not yet finished. I love this. This is one of my favorite scents from her. This is Creamy Vanilla, Dry Woods, Amber, and Vanilla Bean Noel. This is so smooth and so comforting. And the vanilla and the amber just complement the dry woods, because you do get the dry woods, which is my favorite note here. I love this blend. So I will order more of that. Next up from Hayden Row, we have Fresh Picked Strawberries Raspberry Lemonade. This came as part of a mystery box I got last year, and I love this. Again, all her stuff throws very well for me. Next and last from Hayden Row was Lemon Tranquility, which is lemon, baby powder, light florals, and mild musk. This was a very pleasant scent, a little bit on the cleaner lemon side. The disappointment I had here was it didn't last very long. It was just unusual for me with Hayden Row. Okay, and last but not least, we have Rosegirls. And Rosegirls is a newer vendor to me. And I was introduced to Rosegirls by my dear friend, Susan Fitzpatrick. And Susan and I share a number of scent preferences. So the more I listened to her, I thought, our noses are very similar. And I didn't know Rosegirls maybe 2 months ago. And I started ordering, and I can tell you that there is quite a bit now, and I will share those with you. Susan and I talk pretty much every day. We compare notes, we compare scent preferences. I enjoy and am blessed by her friendship. And thank you, Eli. That is the large white dog, and he apparently likes Rosegirls too. I finished a bag of Ice Palace. This is like a buttermint. This scent must remain in my life for the rest of my natural days. This is gorgeous. Beautiful buttermint scent. all kind of throw right out the get-go, right out the bag. Beautiful. This one is Game Over, which I bought. It was a leftover from her pre-order. I did not participate in the Mario pre-order, but I bought a bunch of the stuff she had left over. So this was daiquiri, raspberry sauce, vanilla ice cream, strawberry jam, and satsuma. So very fruity and creamy, and again, wonderful. As you can see, there's none left. I like that a lot. Peppermint. Oh, this, you know, there are no words. So strong and so true and authentic and creamy and beautiful. Wonderful. I also have her spearmint and spearmint with frosting. Her mints, unparalleled. Beautiful. Next up is Berry Creme Brulee, and this is strawberry, raspberry, orange, and creme brulee. And I melted this last night, and I love this. I thought it smelled more like plum, but then I looked up the fragrance oil, and it says it's strawberry, raspberry, and orange. So as you can see, my nose is not all that accurate, but you know, maybe plum isn't too far afield. In any case, this is gorgeous because it doesn't kill you with sweetness, but it's tart and sweet at the same time, and then creamy from the brulee. My goodness. And finally, what is melting right now in the house is white birch and vanilla type and waffle cone. So this, again, as you know, I'm not a bakery lover, but the waffle cone here and with the birch, tempering it and giving it that little bit of woody note and creaming it up from the vanilla. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. There are no words. So I am a big fan of Rosegirls. Thank you, Susan. And we are in trouble together because we always say we're not going to tell each other about the next restock, but then we do. Too much fun. And that is it. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Have a great weekend, everybody. So long for now.